Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome in to another game here at Knoxville Catholic High School at Gaylor Field. It is a Wednesday matchup between the BC Athletics and the Eagles. The second day in a row, these teams will be kicking off the 5 o'clock slate here at Knoxville Catholic. Yesterday, we saw the Eagles put a run rule in, or we saw the Athletics run rule the Eagles in 6 innings. The final score of that one was 9-1. We'll see if the Eagles can claw back from the rough two-game stretch they're on, or if the Athletics can continue their perfect season. As of right now, the Eagles, they sit at 3-3. The Athletics, they are still a perfect 6-0. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here today. My name is Hunter Mancuso. I will be your broadcaster for today, tomorrow, and every game the rest of the season. About to get things going here in the top half of the first. This one will be underway here momentarily. Your defensive alignment for the Eagles, who will take the field first, it will be the lefty Cameron Butler on the rubber. He will be pitching to Gage Brown behind the plate. It will be Peyton Witter over at first, Griffith at second, Clark at short, Myers at third, Lewis, Riley, and Koch in left, center, and right. It will be the typical leadoff man, Colby Comparado, due up first for the Athletics. They will stand in for their first time swinging today. Comparado skies that one high out to center. Andrew Riley's there. He camps underneath it. One up, one gone, and a couple of pitches. Good start for the lefty Cameron Butler. He'll look to righten the ship a little bit. The Eagles have dropped two in a row now. They lost to the BCA Bobcats. Of course, that was the walk-off home run we were mentioning yesterday. And then, of course, they lost to the Athletics yesterday as well. So a couple of tough losses for these Eagles squads. They sat at 3-1 coming into this week, currently at 3-3. Danny Isbell, the lefty, stepping in. And the story of the game yesterday really came down to, shooting yourself in the foot. The Athletics went on to score 8 runs in the first inning. And one might think, oh, it was a hit parade. They were just mashing baseballs. No, they got one hit that entire inning. It was a bunch of walks. The leadoff hitter was hit by pitch. There was a bunch of nonsense going on from the pitching side of the Eagles yesterday. They dialed it back into the backer half of the inning. It's a 4-pitch walk for Danny Isbell. The Eagles dialed it back in the later part of that game. Unfortunately, they just could not get 8 runs themselves. They were run ruled in 6 innings. And they'll look to bounce back here today, getting a redemption shot against the same team from yesterday. So in will step number 22, Grayson Wright. He is the pitcher and his own DH today. Gage Brown will be the battery mate to Cameron Butler, as we've mentioned. Cohen Beyblay is the extra hitter. He's at catcher a decent amount of times. And Brody Waller is the designated hitter. So those two will also be in the lineup. That one, a little excuse me swing. It's fouled off. I'll move it to 1-1. So a good sunny day for baseball. I know the sky looks white on the broadcast. I'll see if I can't fix that. But it is blue. It's nice and blue out here, just a little bright on the camera. Runner goes off of first. The throw down by Brown will be offline and not in time. It's a stolen bag for Danny Isbell. Now this guy's a little bit more blue. So right now in a 2-1, Isbell over on second. Out one high and tight to Grayson Wright. He's now at 3-1. So hopefully today, with what I was getting at, the blue skies stay blue skies. We don't have any more siren breaks today. It's been nice all day. Hopefully the rain has passed Knoxville here for a few days. That one outside, ball 4, Grayson Wright will stand in on base right after Danny Isbell. Couple of men on base, up will come Will Dickens. Dickens, the first baseman, getting his first time swinging the club today. He's played in every game for the Athletics this season. That one almost in on him, but I guess it just caught the inner part of the box. It's now 0-1. Cameron Butler from Hickson, Tennessee. You haven't seen any Hickson boys out here except for Butler. That one again on Will Dickens. A couple of close pitches there on the inner part of the plate. Cameron Butler living there against the first baseman for the Athletics, and he's down 0-2. That one in the dirt. So 3 out of the 4 teams who played yesterday will also play again today. These 2 teams played yesterday. They played each other in the 5 o'clock game, and then in the 7:30 game, the BCA Bobcats would end up beating the Copperheads. Copperheads won't play today. The Bobcats will. They'll take on the Bears after this one. So it'll be a couple of fun games out here in Knoxville. We'll be back over in Maryville tomorrow. I want to chop on the ground over to second. Griffith is there to short for 1. No, the throw is wide. Danny Isbell come home to score on the throwing error by Griffith. Everybody moves up to base. Grayson Wright coming home. He will score on the throwing error. So it is a on-base appearance for Will Dickens. 2 across will score. That puts the Athletics up 2-0. Will Dickens will be credited with an on-base by way of the error. And tough break for Griffith over at second. Couldn't make the throw accurately to Clark over at short. And quickly here, the Athletics got 2 across. First pitch to Mason Alcorn will be up the middle. Will Dickens around third. He will test the throw of Riley out in center. The throw will be cut off. It's an RBI single that scores Dickens. Alcorn puts the third run across of the inning. Just like that, in the blink of an eye, there's only 1 out here in the top half of the first. The Athletics struck, and they struck quick. They have a 3-0 lead. Not the start the Eagles were wanting after losing a couple tough games, the last few days. One of which the team they are currently playing, they're looking for some revenge. If they're going to get it, they'll have to claw back down a few runs already. So that'll bring up Carson Lane. We saw him for the first time all season yesterday. First pitch to Lane, down low. The throw over, trying to get Alcorn. Cannot be fielded cleanly by Griffith. It's a stolen bag for Mason Alcorn. That one down low to Carson Lane. Lane went 2 for 2 yesterday. Or, 1 for 2. He'll stand in another RBI situation here in the first. That one high and deep out to left. No doubt about that one. Carson Lane will circle the bases. That ball left the park by a mile. It's a 2-run shot out to deep left field. Carson Lane plates 2 more. It's a 2-run shot. That ball was probably hit farther than the ball Tyler Bennett hit that walk-off home run with on Monday. Absolutely no doubt about that one. That one went over the bullpen out here in Gaylor Field. Every stitch of that baseball was connected with, and quickly here in the first, the Athletics go up by 5. So in will step Finn Piper. We'll see if he can match that quality of a hit that we just saw from Carson Lane, his second hit of this season, and it was a moonshot. Finn Piper up 1-0. That one topped on the ground is short. Clark and Myers converge, and Clark gets it. The throw over. Not in time. Finn Piper hustles down the line. It's an infield single. You look at this Athletics team, and their 6-0 record makes sense. They are a very skilled group of guys, as most teams are, or all teams are in this league, are super skilled. It's a very competitive league. But you look at the Athletics, and you can clearly tell as to why they currently sit at 6-0. That one hit hard on the ground by Fennell. Foul. First pitch or first strike to the at bat of the catcher. That one the opposite way down the line, just foul. Fennell out in front and behind on a couple of pitches in a row, and he'll move to 1-2. So if you're just tuning in, the 5-0 lead is not a typo. The Athletics have scored 5 here in the top half of the first inning. A couple of errors and a deep, absolute moonshot from Carson Lane. Played it a few more. The Athletics will look to potentially run rule the same team a couple days in a row. That one out to center. Riley coming in. Fennell is retired. Piper back to first. There's 2 gone. And will come Ty Sowards. Sowards, another one of these Athletics who made their first appearance of the season yesterday. There's also another one. He is on deck. Amari Lethgo. He'll make his first start. He was brought in a substitute position yesterday. The check over on Piper. He's back safely. Another check over on the runner. Butler trying to keep the Athletics base runner at bay. Already down 5 across in the inning. They haven't even gotten a chance to bat yet. Runner goes up at first. The throw down. Not in time. Good pick by Griffith over at second, but it is a stolen bag for Finn Piper. Now a runner in scoring position. Big swing and a miss from Sowards. And a little foul tip there, it looked like. Count runs to 2-2. Sowards, the ninth batter of the inning, 9 out of 10. The Athletics will bat left go 10th. And then that will flip the lineup over to Comparado. Called strike 3. Sowards goes down looking. They stranded one at second, but the bigger number is they plate 5 in the inning. Athletics will go up 5-0 before the Eagles even have a chance to bat. We'll see how they respond. Your score, 5-0. The Eagles will look to strike back in the bottom part of the first. They will send up Andrew Riley, David Clark, Cohen Beyblade. On the mound, we mentioned earlier, Grayson Wright. He'll be pitching to Jack Fennell over at first. Dickens, second baseman, Colby Comparado, shortstop, Mason Alcorn. The third baseman, Amari Lefko, out in left, center, and right. It will be Danny Isbell, Ty Sowards, Finn Piper, Carson Lane, the designated hitter. We just saw Lane go maybe 400 feet dead left. By far the hardest hit ball we've seen this season from any team, any player. Swing and a miss from Riley. He'll move to 1-1. Grayson Wright, we've seen him play in every game this season for the Athletics. Only his second time on the mound. His previous outing, 2 1/3 innings pitched on May 27th. He was credited with the win that game. Did not allow an earned run. He'll to continue that perfect 2-for-2 streak in terms of runs across. The 2-2 to Andrew Riley. Big breaking ball out of the hand of Grayson Wright. And count will run full. Andrew Riley from Gray, Tennessee. Full count pitch to the first batter of the day for the Eagles is chopped on the ground at first. Just a little foul. Will Diggins will retrieve it and we'll do it again. Sky the opposite way. Riley. Left fielder Isbell chasing after it. He'll make the catch deep out in left field. There's one up, one down. Riley shooting one the opposite way in the air. Not as far as the ball we last saw hit up in the air out to left. But in will step David Clark, the shortstop. Clark, the Knoxville, Tennessee native. We've seen him play on the left side of the infield. That's where he'll be today. On deck will stand Cohen Beyblade. It'll be 1, 2, 3 in their first at bats. They are also batting 10. Couple of balls skirting away from the catcher Fennell. Clark will now move to a 3-1. Couple of full counts for the Eagles in their first at bats here in the first. We'll need to see some great at bats from the Eagles across all 7 innings today. We've seen some crazy comebacks. The Eagles have been a part of a few. That one just missed outside. It's a full count walk for David Clark. There's a man on. So now with 1 on and 1 down, Cohen Beyblade will get his first time swinging today. Typically a catcher for the Eagles, but today he's in the extra hitter role. Clark jumping off of first. Doesn't go. That one in there. Strike number 1 to Beyblade. Beyblade back up the middle. Right's there. He'll flip over to shortstop for 1. Over across from Alcorn. In time. Double play called a 1-6-3. Right. Alcorn Dickens turn the Twin Killers, and the Eagles are sat down 1-2-3. The nice double play ends the first inning. We are through 1 full. Your score 5-0. Bobcats or the Athletics will look to keep pouring it on. Here's the second inning gets underway at Knoxville Catholic. It is still the lefty Cameron Butler on the rubber. First up will be Amari Lethgo. It will be 10-1-2. Lethgo, Comparado, and Isbell. This is the first start we're seeing from Amari Lethgo. This is his second at bat. Lethgo will work the 4-pitch walk as we get the second inning started. Quickly here, the Athletics looking to keep adding some more noise onto this one. In will come Colby Comparado. We are now on the second time through the Athletics lineup. Colby Comparado in his second at bat. He's 0 for 1. Taking his second time swinging in as many innings. That one hits Comparado. That's the second time he's been plunked in a leadoff spot in the last 2 days. So that'll put another runner aboard. That will warrant a mound meeting out for Cameron Butler. No motion going on in the bullpen of the Eagles as of right now. We'll see if... I doubt this will be the end of Butler. He'll probably just get a moment to recompose himself. The Eagles trailing bigger than they initially had probably wanted to, and now with already 2 runners on, nobody out, they would love a ground ball, potentially getting them out of a little dangerous situation here in the second. Beautiful day here in Knoxville, as I've mentioned. Always do gotta appreciate when you come out to the ballpark and it's sunny skies, blue skies. Good day for baseball. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Here to face the lefty on the rubber for the second time today is Danny Isbell. He was walked in his first at-bat. He'll stand in. Comparado on first. Lethgo off his second. He shows bunt. That one coming right at him. The throw down, trying to get Lethgo lacking. Not in time. He's back safely. That one was squared around on by Danny Isbell. He squared around the bunt. Unfortunately, that one would have hit him had he been standing up straight. No bunt there. That one outside. It's 2-0. Cameron Butler already over the 40 pitch mark through technically an inning under his belt today. Butler in danger of working the bases loaded here with still nobody away. 3-0 to Isbell. In there, strike number 1. Isbell looking for potentially his second walk here in the second inning. Grayson Wright will stand in on deck, number 22, the pitcher today, looking for his second time swinging. The 3-1 is back up the middle. The shortstop, Clark, is there. Halip make the catch. The throw over, trying to get Lethgo. Not in time. Good grab by Clark out there at deep shortstop. That's the first out of the inning. And a huge first out for Cameron Butler. Now a double play would get him out of the inning. So that'll bring up Grayson Wright. Wright also walked in his first at bat. Another RBI opportunity for the pitcher. He's got a chance to give himself some own run support. The 1-0 driven out to deep center. Riley going back on it. He's looking up, and he will watch it fly. It's into the trees. Grayson Wright with a straightaway center field home run. That one was absolutely killed out to straightaway center field. I didn't think that one was going to go, but watching Riley head out to center field, he looked up, and sure enough, right in the trees out there in deep left center. Grayson Wright with a 3-run home run. That puts the Athletics up by 8. So that is the second home run of the day for the Athletics. And quite frankly, the second moonshot of the day for the Athletics as well. Both home runs have been absolutely crushed. 2 of the longest balls we've seen hit at this field. I'm pretty sure every home run has been straightaway left over the bullpen, except for that one right there. That was by far the furthest one straight away that we've seen leave out here at Knoxville Catholic. We might not see Grayson Wright be used too much longer here today, as the Athletics also had their starter go 2 innings before being sat down due to the huge lead. We saw Joe Sulish go, I believe it was 6 up, 6 down in 2 innings. Wiltink is now at 3 runs, still only 1 away. Breaking ball misses inside, ball number 4. The first baseman works the walk. Doesn't look like we'll get a mound meeting yet. It will still be Butler on the rubber. He'll see Mason Alcorn again. 5 batters through the lineup for the second time in the second. Mason Alcorn watching 3 straight balls out of the zone. He stands in at a 3-0 count. Runner on first, still only 1 gone here in the second. Athletics now in run rule territory. Obviously, we have to play 5 innings. That one from Alcorn skied out to shallow right field. Griffith finding it. He will make the play just beyond the infield dirt. That's the second out. Alcorn 3-0 swinging, pops the ball up high behind the infield. He's retired for the second out. Up will come Carson Lane. The question with Carson Lane is, how do you follow up your last hit, your last at-bat? First time swinging in your second start, and you launch a ball further than I've ever seen. First pitch to him, grounded on the ground to third. Myers coming in, the pick, the throw over. In time, Carson Lane retired. That's the third out of the inning. So due to a 3-1 home run from Grayson Wright, the Athletics will play 3 more. Your scores will be heading in the bottom half of the second. The Athletics lead 8-0. Through an inning and a half, the Athletics lead 8-0. They just played 3 more on a 3-run home run by Grayson Wright, who's still on the rubber. And I got to admit, between innings, when there's a big moment or big call, I'll boot up YouTube on my phone, scroll back to that big moment, and hear myself call it just so I can see what it sounded like. And see if there's anything that I can improve on in a big moment like that. I think I said center field 14 times during that home run call, so I do apologize if anybody got sick of hearing the word center field on that Grayson Wright home run call. I think it was a cool call though. Cool home run for Grayson Wright. That I believe is his second or third of the season. I know that he at least has one. He had one on the first game. He might have had the first home run of the season actually. But now he's still on the rubber. He will see 4, 5, and 6. It will be Brody Waller, Peyton Witter, Hayden Griffith. Swing and a miss from Brody Waller. He'll move to 0-1. Brody Waller has also got some pop to his bat. The kid from Lenore City. That one chopped up the middle. The third baseman, Lethgo, coming across the throw over in time. Gets Brody Waller by half a step. 1 up, 1 down. Nice play by Amari Lethgo, ranging out to his left. The ball not hit very hard on the ground. It was stuck between Lethgo, Alcorn, and Wright. A good defensive play from Lethgo in his first start of the season. So now we'll see Peyton Witter. Peyton Witter from Oak Ridge. Witter skies this one. Misread by the center fielder Sowers. That one's going to take a one hop off the wall. Peyton Witter around second. He's going to hustle into third. He's looking for the 1-out triple. And he will stand up with it safely. Watching the body language of Sowers out there, he took a couple of steps in and then immediately turned around and tucked his head and played it off the wall. What they say, when you're an outfielder, your first step is always back. Sowers had a first step in. And that allows Witter to move to third base safely. It is a 1-out triple. So here in an RBI spot, Hayden Griffith in his first at bat. See if he can get a run across for the Eagles. A lot of these pitches from Grayson Wright being very in or very out on the plate. We've seen very good pitch discipline or pitch location discipline from the Athletics pitchers here the last few days. Living right on the corners. That one on the upper corner just missed. Some of these pitchers very good with location. The 2-2 to Griffith. Breaking ball on the ground over to short. Alcorn fields it. He'll throw over. In time, Griffith is retired. It is an RBI. Peyton Witter will come home to score. The Eagles get one back. Score is now 8-1. So a Peyton Witter triple out to center field, followed up by a Hayden Griffith RBI groundout. Not just the first run of the game for the Eagles, with 2 gone here in the second, and will stand Eli Koch. Wright looking to finish his second inning of work. The 1-2 to Koch. Just a little low. Good pick back there behind the plate by Jack Fennell. So number 22 on the mound, pitching to a 2-2 count with 2 outs here in the second inning. To number 20. I seem to have an eye that I can just know the moment that it is nothing but twos all over the place. So we'll do the 2-2 again. Well, it'll stay at 2-2 for the third straight pitch. Number 22 pitching to number 20. Catching behind the plate is number 2. The 2-2 count with 2 outs here in the second. We'll do it again. Good battle by Eli Koch, fouling off 4 straight balls in a row. Gage Brown stands in on deck. We'll see if we can see him here in a second. Already won across for the Eagles. Nice long at bat in his first one here today, Eli Koch. And his at bat keeps going. Gotta respect the battle between these two. And we'll do it again. What is that now? 6 in a row from Eli Koch? Good battle with 2 gone here in the second inning. Eagles trying to fight off any way they can. The 2-2 again. Fouled off again. Call it 7 in a row. I could see Grayson Wright smiling on the mound. He thinks this is funny. Well, he's got to have a little fun. Both of these men want to win this battle. 8th pitch. Swung on and missed. Grayson Wright wins it. Good battle by both of those men for the third out here in the second. The Eagles get one back. They're now down by 7. Through 2 innings, your score 8-1. Third inning underway here at Gaylor Field. The Athletics will look to draw back the run that they gave up in the second. The new pitcher on the mound, that will be the end of the day for Cameron Butler. In will come Gavin Housewright. We've seen him before. Primarily over at third base, but I believe he's pitched a few times as well. Finn Piper up for his second at bat. He's 1-for-1, the right fielder for the Athletics today. We saw him pitch a little yesterday, too. Finn Piper up the middle. Hayden Griffith can't get it. It's a leadoff knock for Finn Piper. Good knock up the middle by the lefty. That'll put a runner on, nobody out. And in will step Jack Fennell. First pitch home to the catcher will move to 0-1. And I've just gotten word that will be the end of the day for Grayson Wright. So we were right in the sense that when we said, we'll wonder how long the starter goes with this big lead, and it was only 2 innings. Close miss there from Gavin Housewright. We see him primarily as the third baseman for the Eagles this season. To check over on Piper. He's back safely. But in order to play third base, you have to have a strong arm, and the arm will typically correlate over to being on the mound. And it does for Gavin Housewright. 2-1 to Fennell. Catches the corner. It's 2-2. That one on the ground over to second. Griffith sliding, can't make the play on it. Finn Piper will stop at second. Back-to-back singles over to the right side for the Athletics here to start the third inning. And quickly there are 2 runners on. So not the hardest contact in the world, but correctly placed contact. Finn Piper more up the middle. Jack Fennell ground ball over to second. Both of the balls a foot and a half away from the reach of Hayden Griffith. It'll allow Ty Sowers to come up with 2 runners on and nobody out. Sowers shows bunt. That one up in the air. Up and out of play. I don't know if you heard it, but that actually hit the roof of the broadcast booth. Don't know how that happened from a bunt, but he's 0-1. Brown and Housewright will discuss things over about how they will approach Ty Sowers. Sowers is 0-for-1 here today. Batting from the 9 hole. Sowers up. Amari Lethgo on deck. And then the lineup will flip over to Comparado once more. The 0-1 catches the upstairs corner. 0-2. No more bunting for Sowers here in this at-bat. 2 strikes on him. He'll pull back and swing. Finn Piper off of second. Fennell off of first. The 0-1 to Sowers, or the 0-2 to Sowers. Nice pick behind the plate by Gage Brown. It'll save both runners from advancing, and count moves to 1-2. Big lead for Piper off of second. 1-2, sent up the middle. Riley will find it. He will put it away for the first out. Finn Piper thought about going a little pump fake off a second. He will retreat, and there's 1 down. So that'll give Amari Lethgo a chance to swing his club with 2 on and 1 out. He'll face Housewright for the first time here in the third inning. Big lead for Piper. He goes off a second. The throw down is not a throw. Gage Brown bobbled the ball. It is a double steal successfully for the Eagles or for the Athletics. And they got runners on second and third. Better spot for Amari Lethko. He was walked in his first at bat, and he's currently in a 3-0 count. It was a 4-pitch walk to Lethko in his first at bat. Looking to replicate it here in the third. Three out of Lethko. Fine strike number one. I heard a police siren going off. I thought that was the siren that we've been hearing the last few days. I got scared there for a second. Good battle by House Right, losing Lethko 3-0. Now he'll battle back to a full count. Piper off of third, Fennell off of second, Lethko at a full count with one away. Outside, that will load the bases. Amari Lethko works his second walk of the day. Bases will be loaded. The lineup will turn over. Up will come Colby Comparado. Big spot for the leadoff man. First pitch to him. In there, strike number one. Gavin Housewright working himself into a real predicament here in his first inning of work. The Eagles trailing by 7 after getting one back in the second. 0-1 to Colby. Misses on the outside corner. We'll see a lot of those more, especially with the bases loaded. You don't want to pitch around the batter, but you can't pitch to him with the bases loaded and he's a leadoff man. Kind of a weird predicament. The 1-1 is sent deep out to left. Lewis is there. It'll be over his head. It's one hop off the wall. Finn Piper will trot home easily. Fennell rounding third. He will be waved home. The throw from Clark. He got under the tag. The throw beat him by a good 1.5 feet, but a nice slide by Fennell. That is a 2-run single for Colby Comparado. It looked like Lewis was going to make the grab. Went over his head. He played it off the wall. And then the throw in from Clark. That one up the middle for Isbell. Griffith to short for one. Clark over to first. In time, double play. So a 2-run single from Comparado will be the last thing to happen for the Athletics. It is a twin-killing double play from Isbell. Griffith, Clark, Witter called a 4-6-3. And that's the inning. It's 2 more for the Athletics in the third. They lead 10-1. Bottom of the third underway. A little bit of defensive changes for the Athletics. Obviously, the new pitcher will be Charlie Lofton, the funky submarine right-hander on the mound. He'll come back in again. Behind the plate, Jack Fennell out, Gavin DiBartolomeo in. Strike number 2 in there to Gage Brown. Meanwhile, Grayson Wright goes off the mound. He'll go over to second base. Colby Comparado will move into right. The 0-2 to Brown. Just missed off the corner. We saw Lofton pitch real recently. Yesterday, he's pitched twice now this week. Hasn't pitched since June 1st before that. 1-2. That one hit hard on the line. The leaping grab by Lethkill cannot be made. There's a leadoff single for Gage Brown. There's a runner on. Good attempt by Amari Lethkill over there at third. Just couldn't make the play on it. Solid contact into left by Gage Brown. A runner on and up will come for the first time today, Maddox Myers. Eagles would love for something to get rolling here in the third. They plated one in the second, but then allowed 2 more in the top half of the third. They're currently trailing by 9. We talk about it every time, but it's also mesmerizing to see Charlie Lofton from one pitch throw from his ankles and then the next pitch come over the top with it. I think having that crazy change of motion, you don't know where to watch the ball come from. I think that's arguably one of the most deceptive things a pitcher can do. Oh, just missed the corner. Myers moves to 1-2. One, two, called strike 3. Charlie Lofton gets the first out of the inning. Maddox Myers goes down looking, and up will come Andrew Lewis. Andrew Lewis, the 10-hole hitter, getting his first at bat here in the third inning. He will stand in as the last batter in the lineup before it turns over to Andrew Riley. That one hit hard on the ground. That one will get through the right side. Grayson Wright not even close to it. Gage Brown goes first and second. Lewis, a 1-out knock over to the right side. There's 2 runners on as the lineup flips over. That'll give the leadoff hitter, Andrew Riley, a chance to step in. 1 gone here in the third. 2 runners on. First pitch to the left. He sent out the opposite way. Isbell going back on it. He cannot make the play. It's gone. A sharp line drive right off the scoreboard for Andrew Riley. The Eagles down but not out. They scored 3 to match the Athletics 2. It is now 10-4. That's the third home run of the game for both teams combined. Andrew Riley going the opposite way. He's done that twice now. That one going a little bit more in his favor. Did not think that ball had a chance to get out, and it might have got out by maybe 6 inches. But regardless, it's a 3-run shot for Andrew Riley. I'll tell you what, the home run video at the end of this week is going to be crazy. That's home run number 6, I want to say, this week. There's 3 today. There's 1 on Monday. It's David Clark at the mound, well, at the plate. He's now at 1-1. I want to say there was 1 or 2 yesterday. I can't think. I watched so much baseball here this summer. All the days blend together. The 1-2 to Clark. Fouled off. So a fun few days of baseball here at Knoxville Catholic. I can't lie, I do like this field a whole lot more than I like the Maryville field because A, this one is so much closer to the apartments where we're based at, and B, the balls fly out of here. It's impossible for the players to get any balls out of the fence at Maryville. We've only seen one home run to Maryville, and ironically enough, it was to the deepest part of the yard. Brody Waller of the Eagles, actually, the team playing right now, hit one straightaway center field over at Maryville, I believe, in the first or second game at that field. Have not had any since or before. We've had 3 here today. Eagles doing a solid job keeping themselves out of run rule territory. Trailing by 8 at one point, now trailing by 6. David Clark battling. Skied up and out of play. That might hit the roof. It does not. Still 1-2. Lofton deals the 1-2 to Clark and fouled off. A bunch of good battles here between both teams. We're seeing some good at-bats being taken by the Eagles. They might be down big, but their at-bats are still worthy of noting how solid they are. The 1-2 again. Just misses. Clark skies one out to center field. Soward's coming in. He will make the grab on the run. That's 2 gone. And we'll step Cohen Beyblade. Beyblade 0 for 1. Looking to add some more here in the third. Already 3 across off of that 3-run home run by Andrew Riley. Good breaking ball from Lofton. Just missed the inside. Count will run to 2-0. Three straight misses from Lofton to Beyblade. Brody Waller will stand in on deck. Four pitches out of the zone. Cohen Beyblade works the 2-out walk. He will allow Brody Waller a chance to swing his bat against Charlie Lofton. Waller 0 for 1 in his second at-bat. See if he can give the Eagles a fighting chance here in the third. Down by 6, 3 runs across in the inning. First pitch to Waller. Catches the corner. Good spot by Lofton. Oh, 1. Little breaking ball there from Charlie Lofton. Gets the call to go his way. It's 0-2 on Brody Waller. The 0-2 on the ground over to third. Lefko can't get it. That one's into left. It's a 2-out knock for Brody Waller. Solid ground ball sharply over to the left side. That'll put 2 runners on. Still threatening here in the third. Peyton Witter will come up again. He had that triple off the wall in his previous at bat. He would love another bases clearing triple. He'll sky that one over the right side. Will Dickens right behind first base. He will put that one away. That is the last out of the inning. The Eagles strand two more, but they do plate three on the 3-1 shot by Andrew Riley. They trail by 6. Your score through 3 full, 10-4. Fourth inning set to go. Already 14 total runs across. Gavin Housewright still kicking it for his second inning of work. In will come Grayson Wright. He'll show bunt, pull back. It's in there regardless. Wright moves to 0-1. Grayson Wright coming off that long moonshot in his previous at-bat. We'll see if he can match it again. The 0-1 to Wright finds home. Grayson Wright quickly followed behind Gavin Housewright 0-2. The righty fires. Skied out to right over the right side. Witter giving it a look just behind the first base bag. He will make the play. 1 up, 1 down for the Eagles. First batter of the inning for the Athletics retired. Up will come Will Dickens. Will Dickens 0 for 1. He'll see Housewright for the first time, I believe, today. He'll go up 1-0. Will Dickens in his third at bat, still looking for his first hit. I believe he has a walk. And he sends that one high and deep out to right. Koch going back. He will look up, and it's way, way out of here over the tall right field wall. The fourth home run of the game. Will Dickens goes deep, his first of the season. The Athletics get one back. Your score now 11-4. Man, talk about some pop here today at Knoxville Catholic. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. This is 100% the most fun I've had calling a ball game since I was brought on at the end of May. That one, if you've never been out here, the wall out and right is a mile high, not the little short porch that's 2 feet tall out and left. That's the first home run we've seen out to right field since the season started. We got a little batter's time out there. That pitch won't count. So that is the fourth home run of the game, third by the Athletics. Alcorn sends one out to left center. Riley going back on it, and he will make the catch right in front of the wall. Mason Alcorn bidding for back-to-back home runs off a house right. Instead, that one falling a little just short. And there's two gone. This is so much fun. They ask me, they say, Hunter, why do you want to go talk about sports for a living? I say, this game right here. I love calling home runs. And it's even more fun for me because I don't have a dog in any of these fights. I'm more of an employee. I'm more of a fan. I'm invested in all these teams. I don't have a favorite one. So I get to call every game with excitement and non-bias. Now, if I was a specific broadcaster for one of these teams, then I'd be a little bit more biased. But the fact that there is no bias makes this job all the more better because I can be excited for every big moment instead of just for one team's. That one called strike three. Carson Lane goes down looking. That's the final out of the inning. The Athletics get one more on the solo shot by Will Dickens. We are halfway home. Your score 11-4. Back half of this game set to get underway out here in Knoxville Catholic. We'll see if we see any more home runs the rest of this one. It is the top of the lineup. Not the top of the lineup. This will be Hayden Griffith. It will be 5, 6, and 7, or 6, 7, and 8. Griffith, Koch, and Brown. The Submariner, Charlie Lawson, still on the rubber, his second inning of work. Griffith 0 for 1 today. He'll look to join the hit parade. That one on the ground over to second. Right coming in. He'll throw over with these couple pitches. Griffith is retired by the ground out. One up, one down. So I have to say, 3 of the 4 home runs are by far 3 of the longest home runs this season. I think they might take place 1, 2, 3 in terms of feet. Koch skies that one over to the left side. Just beyond the infield dirt over there at third base is left go. He'll catch it. Back-to-back outs for the Eagles in the fourth. 2 up, 2 down quickly. But it's funny because the 3 of the 4 longest ones today are the longest ones of the season. And then the one Andrew Riley hit the opposite way might be arguably the shortest one of the season. That one sneaking over the wall by less than a foot, hitting the hole of the scoreboard. Regardless, he circled the bases. It was a 3-run RBI. But I just think it's funny, the duality in all 4 of these home runs today. Gage Brown up. He's 0 for 1. He's 1 for 1 in an 0-1 count. Swing and a miss there from the catcher. He's down 0-2. Lofton looking for a very quick fourth, looking to get his hot bats back up at the plate. The 0-2. Foul it off. We'll do it again. The 0-2 to Brown one more time. Swung on and missed. Charlie Lofton gets Brown swinging for the third out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Lofton works quickly in the fourth. We are through 4 full. The score is still 11-4. Fifth inning set to go. It will be Finn Piper, Jack Fennell, Ty Sowards. It is still Gavin House right on the mound. The lefty will stand in. He's 2 for 2, looking to be 3 for 3, keep his perfect day alive. And I was just curious. I was looking back at some of my old records, seeing how many home runs there have been in a single game I've called. And the game here at Knoxville Catholic is top 3 games I've ever called in terms of the most quantity of home runs. Of course, if you don't know, I just graduated from Texas State University out in San Marcos, Texas. I was one of the many play-by-play broadcasters for their baseball and softball team on the student radio. Piper battling 1 and 2, or 2 and 2, excuse me. One game I called over there had 8 home runs. That one was the school record, so obviously that was just an anomaly. The second most I called was a 4 home run day for the softball team. And then this one, now already at a 4 home run day. Finn Piper up the middle, the throw by the second baseman. Can't get there in time. Good attempt by Griffith, ranging out to over behind the bag. Finn Piper aboard safely. So anyways, if we see one more ball leave the yard, that will be the record for most amount of home runs I've called in a single game. Stepping in for his first at bat, we'll see if he can join the hit party. Jack Fennell out, Gavin DiBartolomeo in. The Athletics getting both of their catchers some action today. DiBartolomeo took over defensively an inning or two ago, getting his first at bat now here in the 5th. Throw down, trying to get Piper lacking. Not fielded clean by Witter over off of first. Only a 7-run lead for the Athletics. That is not run rule territory yet. So as of right now, we'll still play all 7. The 2-0 to Gavin. Finds home. Swing and a miss there from DiBartolomeo, and he'll move to 2-2 here in his first at bat on this Wednesday matchup. DiBartolomeo playing in every game this season now, coming in game number 7. Piper goes. The 2-2 misses up. And it is a stolen bag. The count will move full for DiBartolomeo. I was probably looking for the first out. The 3-2 to Gavin. Swung on and missed. He gets DiBartolomeo down swinging. He is retired for the first out here in the 5th. Now with a runner on second, up will come Ty Sowers. Sowers up for 2 today, looking for his first knock, an RBI situation for him here. Sowers still looking for his first hit of the season. Did not get any yesterday. One 0 inside. Little pump fake by Gage Brown. Looking to do something here against Finn Piper over there, out leading off a second. Two-0 to Sowers will get down in there in front of left. Lewis will field it. He'll throw it in. Finn Piper on his horse rounding third. He will stand up safely at home. It's an RBI single for Ty Sowers. His first hit of the season brings in the 12th run of the game for the Athletics. Finn Piper really moving quickly on that one. That was probably some of the quickest action I've seen from Finn Piper this season. Obviously, we've known he's a little bit of a speedster. But, man, he was showcasing his Hot Wheels there. That'll bring up 10-hole hitter Marty Lethgo. Check over on Sowers. Nothing going. Scott up high on the first baseline, foul territory. First baseman Witter giving it a look. And I believe he made the grab. I can't see, but he did. Tough break for Marty Lethgo. There's 2 gone. That'll turn the lineup over. 4th time now through the lineup. In steps Colby Comparado. Comparado 1 for 2 in his 4th. Check over on Sowers. Nothing going. First pitch is to Comparado. Jud high and deep to left. Are we going to see a 5th home run? We will. That one over the bullpen in deep left. Colby Comparado adds 2 more. That is now the 5th home run of the game. The Athletics go up by 10. It is now 14-4 Athletics. That's got to be the last one of the day, right? Oh, my goodness. Colby Comparado deep out to left. That one also absolutely crushed. Might be the end of the day for Gavin House, right? No bullpen action going for the Eagles. So we'll see if someone will come in cold and just warm up real quick. Danny Isbell will stand in. He's 0 for 2. So now with a 10-run lead, the Athletics are officially now back in run rule territory. Might be looking to run rule the Eagles in back-to-back days. Danny Isbell chops that one foul. First pitch to him. The next game is supposed to start at 7:30. It's only 6:30. Might have a little break. What's 14 plus 4? 18? 18 total runs here in this one so far. That one high up right behind the plate. Third baseman Myers coming in. The ball really drifting in the air. That ball went all over the place. That one's going to land in fair territory. Isbell dancing off of first. He will head back there safely. It's a 2-out. What do you want to call that? A single? The ball looked like it originally went in front of the pitcher's mound, drifted back behind home plate, and then Maddox Myers coming in sharply from third. Oh, they're going to bring back Danny Isbell. 2-2. That one driven out deep right by Isbell. Koch is there. He will make the play on it, and that's the final out of the inning. The Athletics get 3 more on another home run. They lead by 10 as we head in the bottom half of the 5th. Your score, 14-4. Bottom half ready to go. The Athletics only 3 outs away from run ruling the Eagles on back-to-back days. Their 10-run lead over the squad would be enough to cancel this game 5 innings in. The Eagles have to score only 1 run to keep this game alive. It will be the new pitcher on the mound, Carson Lane. Carson Lane having the first home run of the day. We'll see him step in and try to close this one out. Not necessarily a save situation, but he will look to shut the door on the Eagles, run rule them in consecutive days, and advance their record to 7-0. Eagles sit at 3-3. Tough break for the Eagles last few days. They came into this week 3-1, currently sit at 3-3, and are now 3 outs away from heading to 3-4. First pitch from Carson Lane, chopped on the ground by Maddox Myers. That one will roll foul. So for the Eagles, in the last part of the 5th, it will be 9-10-1. Maddox Myers, Andrew Lewis, Andrew Riley. The 0-1 upstairs, 1-1. Good breaking ball. Nasty breaking ball from Carson Lane. Found the inner part. It's now 1-2. 1-2 to Myers. Almost hits him. Backs him up off the plate just a little bit. Now 2-2. Carson Lane looking for the leadoff strikeout. Won't get it there. Count will move to 3-2. Maddox Myers will look to continue this game for the Eagles. They still trail by 10, and he will line that one right to their shortstop. Alcorn, he's there. Tough break for Myers. Hit it sharply on a line. Unfortunately, just hit it right to Mason Alcorn over at short, and that's how the fifth inning gets underway for the Eagles. Good contact, just poor placing from Maddox Myers. Up will come Andrew Lewis. Lewis watches strike one go past him. Good breaking ball. That one's going to skirt away from DiBartolomeo behind the dish. Andrew Lewis 1 for 1 on the day. This is his second at bat. He'll look to keep his 1,000 batting average alive on the day going. The 2-1 from Lane to Lewis is hit sharp in a line. Back-to-back lineouts. That one's dropped by Lefko at second. Good recovery by the new second baseman. He'll flip over to Dickens in time. 2 up, 2 down. Lefko over to second. Grayson Wright was moved to short. Just a 1-for-1 trade, it looks like. Good job sticking with that ball over at second. And the last hope for the Eagles here in this one is Andrew Riley. He had that solo shot the opposite way in his last at-bat. Strike one. Good breaking ball. Just as misses the corner. Andrew Riley 1 for 2. He will be the first Eagle to get their third at-bat here in this game. Carson Lane deals. He will fall behind the outfielder for the Eagles. He is now 3-1. He'll look to pass the bat to the next guy, David Clark, and on deck. 3-1. Sharp in a line. That one will get through. A couple of sharp line drives. That one's the only one to get through safely. Andrew Riley keeping this game going for the Eagles. Up will come David Clark now with 2 outs. First pitch fouled off by David Clark. He's 0 for 1. Carson Lane looking to come on and put an exclamation mark on the 2 games this week between the Athletics and the Eagles. The 0-1 from Lane swung on and missed by Clark. The Eagles now down on their final strike here in this one. The 0-2 from Lane. Ball strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. David Clark goes down in 3 pitches. That is the final strikeout here in the 5th, and that is the final strikeout here in the game. That's ball game, folks. The Athletics run rule the Eagles twice in as many consecutive days. They win this one 14-4. It is a 10-run victory for the Athletics. They will advance to 7-0 on the season. Rough 3 games for the Eagles. They fall all the way down to 3-4. They will still look to turn the tides for their squad eventually. But a game where we saw 5 home runs, 4 from the Athletics, Lane, Wright, Dickens, and Comparado, and 1 for the Eagles. It was Andrew Riley who went the opposite way. 18 total runs across the board for both teams. This was a fun one to call. I actually really enjoyed it. Something about watching balls fly over the fence, getting absolutely demolished, is always real fun for a broadcaster. So if you are a Smoky Mountain Collegiate fan, stick around. We have one more game here after this one. It will be the Bears and the BCA Bobcats. They are on a hot stretch themselves. They'll be looking for their 3rd consecutive win, both of the season and in 3 days. We'll look to see if the next game will start in an hour from now or if we'll get started a little early so that way we can get out of here a little early too. But if you're an Athletics fan or an Eagles fan, y'all are all good to go. That will be the end of this one here in 5. I do appreciate everybody tuning in. Hopefully I could put on a good broadcast for y'all so everybody could watch their favorite Smoky Mountain Collegiate League team. But that'll do it here from the first game on this Wednesday matchup at Gaylor Field out here in Knoxville Catholic. My name is Hunter Mancuso. I will be on the mic today, tomorrow, and every game for the rest of the season. Tune in for your team's next one. I'll see you then. Thank you, everybody, for listening.